I am a jazz singer and a classical pianist, which one has nothing to do with the other. Well, it does, because it all comes from the same root. So before I retired, I went to New York and I took all of these jazz workshops and hung around with those guys and started getting gigs. So in 2020, I got a gig. I was going to be in Tokyo for 5 weeks. A woman in New York saw me and she had a place there and she called me up and she was going to take me, and I had 5 different locations. And then I wrote a grant, Arts Abroad. I responded to a grant and I got accepted, so I was going to go to Uganda in Timbe for another 6 weeks. And then here comes COVID. So I couldn't go anywhere. So I felt my dad had given me a book when I was 10 years old about Harriet Tubman. And it was on my bookcase and it just literally started glowing. I picked that book up and read it and I said, you know what? I'm going to walk the Underground Railroad. So I put a post out on Facebook, and 7 other women, we trained. We're not long distance walkers, but we just started walking 2, 3, 5 miles a day, got up to 10, 15, and we realized we could walk 20 miles a day. So we walked for 8 days, 20 miles a day, and we got to William Still's house in Philadelphia. It was very hot when we walked. We walked on September 6th through the 11th, I think, or 12th. The 3rd day, I was so tired. It's hard walking 20 miles a day. And I was the oldest one that walked. And I got up on that morning, wasn't Monday, I think it was more like a Wednesday. And I said, I can't do this. So I went in the bathroom, I threw some water on my face. Harriet was in that mirror, I kid you not, or something was there. And it's get up and get this done. And so I think I am channeling her spirit. I set up a GoFundMe page. So I raised $6,500 for the museum. And I said, I'm going to give this to you, and then I'm going to come and help you out. And so that's why I'm here. But what it is, it's an American story. It's an American story about courage and perseverance. And this is how we have to look at it. She was a slave who just thought that she wasn't being treated right. And that's everyone's story, right? So what do? You take charge of your life and you do something different. So Harriet and the slaves used songs, code songs, directional songs. So it just makes sense that we should be singing her praises at this museum. So tomorrow will be our 5th show. I am just so excited about that. I mean, it just, you can conceptualize things, you just got to do it. And so I fortunately have befriended a lot of musicians in New York, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Philadelphia. And I call them up and I say, look, you have to help me do this thing. We're going to perform. I can't pay you a whole lot of money. I want you to give 2,000%, and we're going to raise money for the museum.
Since you went away, those days go long. Soon I hear the winter song. How I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall.
I love all genres of music. I had a bluegrass group out of Philadelphia. People are emailing me now. So I said, sure, I want you to come. I want you to come. I just want you to be good. Because if the music is good, people will listen. And